You've completed your manuscript. Congratulations. That's a huge milestone. But what happens next? Let's break down the book publishing process, starting with beta readers, then editing, and finally, deciding whether to traditionally publish or self-publish your book. Before you hire an editor, it's a good idea to get feedback from beta readers. Look for people who enjoy your genre and reflect your target audience. Consider their age, interests, and reading habits. You can find beta readers on social media, writing forums, Fiverr, Upwork, Goodreads, or Reddit. But here's an important tip. Avoid using close friends and family as beta readers. They may not give you objective feedback, and sugarcoating won't help you improve your book. When choosing beta readers, look for someone who is dedicated to finishing the book and who is a constructive criticizer, a clear communicator, and detail-oriented. And lastly, look for someone who is trustworthy and won't share your manuscript. It's natural to worry about sharing your work. Most beta readers just want to help. But you can protect yourself by using NDAs, choosing trusted beta readers, adding watermarks to your manuscript, limiting distribution to small groups, registering your manuscript with the Copyright Office, or using reputable platforms with built-in protections. You have two main options for approaching beta readers. Either pay for beta reading or do an exchange where you read someone else's book and they read yours. When reaching out, be sure to include your book's genre and word count, set a clear deadline, and provide a list of questions you'd like your beta readers to answer. You can expect feedback on things like character development, pacing, plot tightening, dialogue, theme clarity, and world building. You don't have to accept every suggestion, but look for patterns. If multiple readers point out the same issue, it's worth addressing. After revisions, you're ready to work with an editor. There are 4 main types: developmental editing, line editing, copy editing, and proofreading. Your developmental editor will concentrate on the big picture by refining structure, pacing, and character arcs. Your line editor will sharpen the rhythm and tone of your sentences, ensuring your voice shines through. Your copy editor will focus on grammar, spelling, and adherence to style guides. Finally, your proofreader will give your manuscript a final review to catch lingering typos and formatting issues. Find an editor who works with your genre and follow their submission guidelines carefully. Once your manuscript is published, it's time to decide if you will go to the traditional publishing route or self-publish. If you choose traditional publishing, you may receive an advance on royalties and have a better chance of bookstore distribution, while the publisher will handle editing, design, and marketing. However, landing a book deal can be challenging. Royalty rates are often lower, and the publishing process may take years to complete. Another key figure in traditional publishing is a literary agent. Your agent will pitch your book to editors and publishers, negotiate offers on your behalf, and guide you through the submission process. When your work sells, they earn a commission, typically around 15% of everything you are paid, including your advance payment and royalties. Be cautious of anyone who charges fees beyond this standard commission. Like editors, most agents specialize in specific genres and either work for an agency or are freelancers. Your agent will bring industry expertise, offer market insight, and provide valuable guidance as you build your writing career. When researching agents, look for those who represent the type of work you've written. You can use resources such as Query Tracker, Manuscript Wishlist, and Writer's Digest to find an agent who is right for your book. You might discover potential agents in the acknowledgement section of books you admire, or by browsing listings on Publishers Marketplace. Once you create an account and become a member, you can explore agent profiles, review their book deal history, and evaluate the performance to find someone who aligns with your goals. Next, you'll write a query letter and a synopsis of your book if you write fiction, or prepare a book proposal if you write nonfiction. Note that each literary agent has specific submission requirements. Follow their directions carefully to avoid rejection. The most common materials an agent will ask for include a query letter, a synopsis, a book proposal, or sample chapters. After submitting these documents to the agents, you'll receive several responses, including no response, a request for a partial manuscript, or a request for a full manuscript. If you don't hear back from any of the agents you send queries to, there may be something wrong with your query, the manuscript, or the agent may not be a good fit for the book. However, if you have several acceptances from agents, you'll need to decide which one you want to work with. Whether you want a seasoned professional or a rising star with an industry expertise, the right literary agent will guide you through contract negotiations, pitch improvements, and navigate rejections from traditional publishers. Review each literary agent's correspondence and check to see what their sales track record is. If the agent's working style is compatible with yours, and if the agent shares your vision for the book. It may be easier to be represented by a new agent trying to build their client list. If you decide to take this route, take a look at the agent's previous publishing industry experience. Your agent should keep you informed about which publishers they've queried and any rejections they have received. They will also help you improve your query, pitch, or proposal, and will know the ins and outs of the book contract. If you've landed a book deal, the publisher will send you a memo outlining the contract terms, and you should have already received a portion of your advance. The remaining amount will be paid once the book is published, and your agent will receive their commission according to the contract. When reviewing the publisher's contract, make sure you understand how copyright will be handled. You may be asked to grant full rights to the publisher, which means you'll need permission to share the work on your website or elsewhere. In some cases, the publisher may grant you limited rights. The duration of the agreement can vary and should be clearly stated in the contract. In most instances, reclaiming your copyright requires waiting at least 35 years after transferring the rights and filling a formal notice in advance, unless the contract specifies otherwise. If you have questions about the contract, be sure to discuss them with your agent. Royalties are typically paid out after your book sells more copies than the publisher initially projected. Your royalty rate is usually around 10% of the book's cover price, though payment schedules may vary from publisher to publisher. On the other hand, if you choose to self-publish, you'll retain full creative control, own your rights, and keep most of the royalties, but you'll also be responsible for covering all costs and handling your own marketing. Several platforms make it easy to share your work with readers around the world. The most popular is Amazon's Kindle Direct Publishing, followed by Ingram Spark and Smashwords, now part of Draft2Digital. These services offer tools for publishing, distributing, marketing, and print on demand. You can also join writing communities, forums, and social media groups to access valuable resources and connect with fellow writers and industry professionals. Whether you sign with a traditional publisher or self-publish, your goal remains the same: to get your story into readers' hands. If you need support along the way, reach out to NEK Editing. We'd love to help you make your book the best it can be.